back in that mode. I just came to snatch some souls again. Need like 10 or more. If I'm crashing out by Eminem's, hold on, play it slow. I just sit back and post up the fence. Know just how it go. If I move too fast, this shit get tense. I just play my role. I can't help myself, that's how I'm built. Money falling over. Only time my pockets tilt. Yeah, water faucet drip. Yeah, fuck them politics. Yeah, miss a folly's bit. Known to stack them walking chips. Let's go.
Pete Masters, episode 2. Welcome.
Yes,
your
sir.
Boy Chad.
Hey, yo, this your boy Aaron, or Trey. More
It's
people
Aaron.
calling me Trey these days, so.
That's my boy Aaron right here, man. It's Mark, DeMarcus, Marcus, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all good. We appreciate y'all. This episode 2, like Chad said, hella excited. I mean, it's been a journey. First episode came out Sunday. Over 300 views, over 30 subscribers. We appreciate the love. We got hella feedback. Good feedback at that. So, we appreciate that. We take that stuff in, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. It's only up from here. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Started from the bottom.
For sure.
Now we it. You're
Hold on real quick. So yeah, again, definitely appreciate the support. Last week's episode, we touched on some pretty serious topics, spanning from mental health, technically suicide,
DV.
pretty serious topics. This week we're gonna do some more lackadaisical shit. Wow, something. Things, more topics that we're gonna be more comfortable. Y'all be able to get to see our true colors. So this episode is gonna get a little raunchy. It's gonna get a little spicy. We got a couple of topics that we want to discuss.
Sneaky link.
Fast. We got a couple
Sneaky
topics
link.
that we want to discuss. So y'all want to kick it off with the first topic?
Hey, man, let's get into it. I think the last episode you was talking about some, all of our relationships. So you kick it off.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Go ahead.
To all the females mentioned on this episode, I apologize.
Hey,
I
yo,
won't
Ryan, go ahead and put us a
names,
prompt
but
up.
I'm gonna expose scenarios.
Viewer discretion.
No
That's what they say,
names.
boss.
You feel me? I'm gonna keep it solid. So, first topic, and I'm not gonna answer this first, but first topic: do y'all think everybody has a sneaky link, male or female?
I'll let you take that one first, Aaron.
I mean, definitely at some point in time, for sure. Do I think everybody got a sneaky link all the time? I mean, I can't. I don't know.
I think it
don't know.
depends. It depends. I think it depends on I guess where you are in that relationship. I mean, I've had sneaky links before. I mean,
Absolutely.
everybody's had sneaky links. I think it depends on the phase of life. I think the sneaky link kind of fades off at some point, and because as you get older, it's kind of like it is what it is.
Yeah, after college,
but
I feel like
college days, boy.
Yeah, college
College
was
days,
crazy.
boy.
College was crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. I told y'all in the last episode too that like shit. I mean, I didn't handle people with care in college like all the time either. But we had a time.
I think that's the time for it though. Like in retrospect, like even anybody who's in like a serious situation, they can always, whether it be male or female, whenever they linking up with their friends, all them sneaky leak conversations, they gonna come up with your friends, especially if they knew about it. Like it was a fun time.
It's funny though because you say that like with the friends and stuff, like it's like for male and female, we all got these group me's. Back then we had group me. Now everybody got Instagram chats. But now we had the group me. Everybody was like, you didn't want to end up in a group me chat. You know what I'm saying? The sneaky links was always in the group me chat. Like, bro, look at this.
I mean, if you did end up in it, then you wanted it to be grade A. You feel
I
me?
ain't gonna lie, my sneaky link, whoever I had at the time, like she would be in the chat the instant I leave her crib, or the instant like, hey yo, that shit either hot or not. I'm gonna let y'all know, like, bro. I know we all thought Shorty was fine, but never do it. She's trying. Like I'm on that type of time. So
facts, you gotta. It's a code. You gotta send. I'm sorry, you gotta send the nudes. I mean, back in college, you had to send
It depends.
Yeah, it does
depends.
depend. It does depend. If it's if it's you just met her first day, like you know what I'm saying,
somebody ain't really rocking.
So
with
hold on,
her.
hold on. Disclaimer for that. Disclaimer for that.
Go ahead.
Disclaimer for that. We ain't sending nothing to people we don't trust. That's gonna just be sending the shit out.
Facts.
So just disclaimer, so
Facts.
niggas ain't thinking we out here just reckless. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's girls do it too though. So,
I know they do.
Girls be doing it too now.
I know they do.
All right,
I got 2 female best friends. Now I'm not saying that they did it, but I've been in the mind of women in general, bro. Like definitely have the same type of chat, same type of conversations, bro.
If not worse. I don't probably
They might be worse,
so many
bro.
times. Like,
They might be worse.
So with the sneaky link, like, y'all trying to get into it though? Like, I mean, you ain't
get
gotta.
into it.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, why the sneaky link? Like, what get into it? You got a story?
I mean, I got mad stories. Like, like if we want to be completely honest, like, there was periods of times like I'm not having just like one sneaky link. Like,
Chad, you had about 20 sneaky links.
like at one time, bro. It was like really bad. So that's why I was. So also to get my answer on the question, like y'all said, I think like at some point everybody is gonna have a sneaky link. I'll say about 95% of people. You know, you're gonna have them rare situations where, and this is commendable too. Before I say this, you're gonna have rare situations where somebody is like saving themselves until marriage, like. You know, you go to her crib, you can't even get a you know, a bing bong, you know.
Can't even do it.
So,
Can't even do
but
it.
I'll also say like at a certain point that shit be getting old, cause like even if it's a sneaky link, like you know somebody that you're not really like considering to like be a serious like potential, you know, partner, it gets exhausting after a while. Like
Trying to hide that shit.
See, that's why I could never really do like hella multiples. Like I don't think I've ever like had like hella multiples at
So
one
what
time,
is
bro.
what is a sneaky link? Define it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or, yeah. What is it?
I mean, a sneaky link is like, for me, because I think it took on a whole new meaning, but for me, it was like the ones that you was literally trying to sneak in the dorm or the apartment style dorm that we had, but the ones that you didn't want the homies to know about, didn't want anybody to know about, and you kept it there. You and the girl had an understanding. You keep it there.
I think sneaky link is like you with a girl, like you got a main girl, you got a main chick, and like you're in a
that's a
relationship.
side piece.
I was just about to say because I can't say that I had.
I mean, I guess. So I mean, it's okay. An entanglement. I mean, it's it all kind of goes into the same thing.
Well,
honestly,
I'll say we can get into that in a different portion of this conversation. But for
Facts.
now, I kind of agree with what Aaron's saying. Like a sneaky link for me, like I would just consider it as like two people who just have a consensual sexual relationship, and there's nothing more, nothing less, or at least that's what the intent is supposed to be. But somebody gonna always end up.
yeah,
catching feelings,
it
which is why
tosses
sneaky
and
links
turns.
Don't
It tosses
work.
and turns.
Because I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've only ever cheated emotionally. I've never like cheated
What you
physically.
mean?
Like I've only cheated like with conversation, with
Oh,
opening up type shit to another female. I've never cheated physically on anybody. Like while I was with them.
Okay.
Like while we were actually committed. Never done that.
That's respect, bro.
So that's why I said sneaky link for me is not
It's not
linked
that.
to side piece. I've never had a side piece.
Oh, okay. So in college, like if you dating somebody and
We could be dating, but we wasn't committed. That's when
I get what you're saying. I
was
get what you're
honest
saying.
and like,
Okay.
you know, like I was very honest in college, a little too honest sometimes.
You're an honest dude, bro.
Sometimes too much honesty can be detrimental, like dead ass. Like that could be another series.
Chad,
That could be another serious podcast episode.
No, I
Chad
would
lying ass.
I would think.
I mean, because y'all probably know who I'm talking about, and if she ever listens to this, she'll probably know who I'm talking about.
Bro, I'm
but
so
like,
lost. I don't know who you're
But
talking about.
I caused like some issues. Like she had to go talk to people because
From
I was
being
just
too honest?
from being too open, bro. Just like letting her know my moves with like different females and stuff like that.
well, let me
Too
say
much,
this. So,
like it affected
So-
her psychologically. Like she just knew too much going on, so she was like, so now I got to sit with it. It's like, okay, like yeah, I appreciate you being honest, but I'm sitting with this information. Like I know that you're over at this girl's place now, and I know for a fact that at a point she wanted to be wifed. But I was just honest, and she respected me being honest, so that's why we went so long.
True.
But if I'm just being like, oh well, I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going here, she's just sitting in the bed like by herself, like she's just going through her head. That's a lot.
I can see that.
yeah, I think you kind of touched on episode 1. Like it's like when you dating or whatever, it's like let's say you find like you with the girl that you want to be with or whatever. She's I guess checks all the boxes. All right, she checks all the boxes, but like you also 21, 22, 23 years old, and you know you walking around campus, and it's just like baddie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they giving you play, they talking to you or whatever. Like, it's like, damn, like, you know, I need this, but I got, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I need it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta balance that.
Like
I don't think it's not. It's life ain't fair, bro. I'm just gonna say that. It ain't fair, bro.
Wait, what you mean?
It ain't fair. Like I know, like for me, everybody know I'm married. Like you know, before I got married, disclaimer, I told my wife like everything that I've ever done or whatever. Cause I was growing up, I wanted to be mature. To I don't believe in taking in secrets, or anything like that. I wasn't out here wilding. Let's just.
What?
I wasn't wilding. I mean, I'm just saying, just I think it's just hard for individuals in college, men and women, because women do it too. Don't get it wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women that are in relationships
That's one thing I
or whatever, they do that too. Like, I feel like it's it's always on men. The spotlight's on the men. Like, oh, all men cheat. Like, okay, well, women cheat too. Like, or not even cheat, but just they have the same like.
The same wants, and they
have the same wants, and they act on them just like men do. Now, as you get older, you get more mature, and you can kind of like bottle up those feelings way more than what you could when you were 21 years old, and you got Beyonce sitting right here, and you got your girls like, okay, you're not gonna tap Beyonce, Rihanna, or whoever, like what I'm saying, like
that's different.
I'm not literally, but you know what I mean. Like you gonna pass that? I know you're not.
I got an amendment. I got an amendment too that I just thought about. There was one time that I did physically.
See, I knew it, man.
Not for real. Like I just thought about it. I was let me not live with the guilt that I just thought about it. Facts. Yeah, no, there was one time.
No, to what you were saying, like current day, I have enough self control and enough willpower to have a wettest of wetties beside me. You feel me?
Snapping turtle. What they call it? Snapping turtle.
But
is it true though? Like, is it true that if she fight with it, like
who?
Just in general, a girl, if you know who you with, you said she got the wetty or whatever, is like you can't spoil that. Like, do you just stick to that, or like is it just like I don't know? It's like the mind. It's like there's something else out there.
Are we like we're talking about if your girl is like 5?
Yeah, like you said you got the wetties of the wetties, but okay, if you got that, then are you still going out there to try to find the other?
Some niggas will, or some people will, but like I don't know. Once you get to a certain age, it just get too exhausting. Like trying to even
100%.
Try to like pursue different situations. Like I said, that shit was cool and fitting for when we were younger. I ain't gonna even put like an age restriction on it, but at a certain age, like that's fine. For you to want to explore and stuff. The only difference that I would make if I could go back and redo it is I would take the Aaron approach and be completely honest. Like some of these dudes and some of these women even, they'll have like multiple people thinking that you really like truly love with them and truly rock like that. And I was a victim of that. And I was the one dishing that out. You feel me? So
that's facts. So now we go past the sneaky link thing, right? So you said once you get older, it's exhausted. So now if you're in a relationship, now you with bae or whoever, whatever they call them nowadays. So is it like a situation like where it's like you need a certain amount of sex to feel like, okay, I'm good. Like to keep, like, to keep your mind from wandering. Do you need a certain amount of intimacy to be able to be like, I'm straight? Like,
well, hold on. Right. You the married one, my boy. So this is a question for you, really. You feel me? Like that's a question for you because you in the situation to where you have to. I mean, it's real. This is a question for somebody that's in the situation.
Let me say this.
So what about you?
So for all my married men out there, it's funny because it seems like when you get married that like you would get more. And I guess it depends on the situation. I got 2 kids, you know what I mean? So careers, everything that's going on. But, you know what I'm saying? I still got to do what I got to do, you know what I'm saying? I still got to do what I got to do. But, this may be crazy, but I mean, I can go multiple times a day, no cap. I mean, but everybody drives different.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody drives
I thought you were
different.
about to say something crazy for real.
Nah, I mean... But it go crazy. Like, shit, like, I mean, I'm with it. Like, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I just need a little rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't connecting the dots. You know what I'm saying? 5 seconds afterwards. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Give me a little, refresh. Give me a little 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Regroup.
And you said multiple.
Give me a little regroup.
You said you could do. So for you, what would you say like a good frequency is? Like weekly frequency.
Weekly with my current situation with kids? Or
what
just
would
in
you
general?
want?
No, we talking about your preference.
What would you want?
Your preference.
It's 7 days in a week. It's 7 days in the week.
Yeah.
Counting weekends. Counting weekends. I mean, if you break it down by the hours, because you got to think about it for hours, because 24 hours in a day, you times that times 7, right? It's 24 times 7. I don't know what that is, but
Boy, if you don't answer this guy,
I would say if you're doing multiple days, I would say like, I don't know, maybe about 7 to 8. I don't know.
7 to 8 times a week.
A week?
I would, but realistically, because that's just like,
Nah, we didn't ask that.
we
We
said, what would
asking
you
your
want?
preference.
Not
oh, what I want?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Your preference. What is your preference without
I
nobody?
mean, okay. Let me honest honestly. Like, honestly, it's not even about necessarily the preference. It's about how it happens. You know what I mean? Like, I need a little, like, what you call it, adventure. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't want to just go up 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? But if I can get that one time a day, I can be cool with
Hold
that.
on, get what? You said adventure. What's an adventure? What's an adventure for
I'm just saying, you know what I'm
DeMarcus
saying?
Tate?
All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you pull up to the crib, you know, like, shit, like, I can't even get in the door, you know what I'm saying? You meet me at the car, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Kids on the couch, you know what I'm saying? With the you know, the Telemundo, you know, you just got named, and you in the pantry, you know, shit just happened, you know what I'm saying? You looking good, you know, it just depends. It just depends, man, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Key,
I'm
you
just
hear
saying.
this, bro?
Man, y'all say, okay, the spotlight on me. What about you? What about you? I mean, how much you need? Top included.
On a weekly,
Because we didn't talk about that either. That
on
also
a weekly basis. So we saying on a weekly basis, this is your preference, and everything is there, right?
Yes, sir. You see, y'all put me on the spot. Chad, you up next, boy. You on deck.
I know. Cause y'all know mine.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would say like realistically, like weekly, what I would want. I would say like 3-4 times. 3-4 times a week.
Man, I'm tripping there.
Nah.
That's
3-4
your
times a
preference.
week.
Like shit.
3-4 times a
That's
week
what you got going
would be
on?
like the minimum.
It just depends on. They be walking around with the booty out.
You said that's a minimum?
That's the minimum. 3-4 times a week is a minimum that I would like. If
That's a
everything
minimum.
is clicking on all cylinders for me, like, and that means like I'm on my job at the gym, and you know, like your energy levels is up and everything like that.
Facts.
Like 3-4 times a week minimum, and then we can go from there. Like after that, it's a bonus.
I'm
like
just saying.
after that, I feel like it's a bonus.
You can't. They can't be.
Respect
They,
on
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Your girl walking around looking good, got the booty out. You know what I'm saying? Be walking around. I mean, why? I mean, you don't want that. Then I don't want you to cover up either, though. So damn.
You don't, but that's what I'm saying. You thinking about it from the perspective where you seeing booty walking around the house all day.
Facts. That's a
'Cause
perk.
you know-
Married men, that is a perk. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Perk.
So-
You know what I'm saying? Perk.
Okay, what about you? What about you, my boy?
For me, if all, like you said, if all cylinders clicking, and I ain't even gonna lie, it's a few things that factor into my answer.
Me
Y'all
too.
Is that haircut included?
There's a few things that factor into it, but for me, shit, like if everything clicking like twice a week, once a week. I'm not really like.
Ooh, okay.
I'm really not
Chad.
like sexually
This
driven
is
like
new
that no
Chad.
more.
Chad,
Yeah,
Chad,
this
you,
is
you
new
selling
Chad.
right now, bro.
This is
I'm
new
not
Chad.
selling.
You
I
selling, bro.
put that on my children.
Shout out, Karen. Yeah, I love y'all.
See,
I mean, but if you think about it, once or twice a week,
that's enough.
That's
like, bro.
that's
So y'all
8.
selling, bro. Y'all
And
y'all
I'm thinking-
selling,
That's 8
bro.
times a
And
month
I'm
Y'all
with
thinking-
everything that's going on in
But-
our adult lives, bro.
You know how many
That's
hours are in
Everything
a
in
month?
your adult life,
everything
working
that's
and
going
stuff,
on
like,
with your adult
y'all
life.
selling
Like
right
us,
now,
us
bro.
being here at this podcast right now,
I know.
it's
After
taking
we
away
work a full
time.
day.
After we work the full day. After we work the full day.
Taking away my time.
But that's your preference, though. I ain't knocking it. That's your preference. There used to be
Let me
times
stop
where
playing, man. I
there
be
used to
chilling, bro.
times
I be
where
chilling.
felt like
I
that,
really do
but
be chilling. I do. That is true. Like, cause sometimes even myself, with after I get home with the kids and stuff like that,
Facts.
and I be like, bro, you know what?
like
I'm chilling.
I'm at the age now where I really be ready for bed at like 8:39.
I wish,
So-
bro. I've always been a night owl. I can't.
Facts.
I can't shake it, bro.
Facts.
I can't shake it. It's like 1 or 2 in the morning.
Facts. My wife go to bed at 6 o'clock. It's over with.
and then wake up and go back to bed at 10.
Facts. Alright, it's like 7:30.
Okay.
It's like 7:30, but still, at the end of the day, I mean, it's preference. It is what it is. But I mean, y'all sold me, but it's all good. You know,
Our answer is our answer.
it's okay.
Everybody got different answers. That's
Okay,
fine.
so we're gonna move into the next prompt.
All right, but
Which is it wrong to leave your partner if you're not getting the amount of sex that you would want?
I ain't going first.
I'll go first.
Bet
Well, but
y'all got the same hat on, same color. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Wow. Oh,
we
yeah, you
don't.
got the abstract. You got the, wow. Aesthetics. Wow. Shout out to JD, man.
yeah, shout out JD, man.
But is it right to leave your partner if you're not sexually satisfied?
That's what the question
Basically.
was.
I mean, I think it's just it comes down to, I guess, like the standard that you set, you know, at the beginning of your relationship, and like the standard that you set like throughout the course of your relationship. So, for example, like if somebody lets you know off bat, like sex is like a top priority thing for me. Like I need to feel wanted, I need to release, I need all that multiple times a week. And I think the main issue where it would be justified if you leave the relationship is if you agree to it. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all this for you. Like, you feel me? We gonna have sex like multiple times a week. I'm gonna make it spontaneous. And for me, like if I was a man, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna tear it up all night. And then I'm giving you 4 or 5 minute sessions for 2 months straight. If a female leave me after that, I would understand.
That's what
like,
that's what you're doing.
I've done that before for sure.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
stop playing. Bro.
Stop capping.
Stop
like,
playing. That's
this 40
like a
minutes.
decent.
I know what. No, but 40 minutes.
This is no foreplay included. Just
40 minutes.
drilling. 5 minutes. I'm out of there. Straight up.
You sweat.
Look.
You.
I'm
Good. I'm
You
telling
in the sauna
if
on
you
that
really,
back.
if women was like dead ass for real, and like we had a conversation about this shit, they would say a good 4 or 5 minutes. Come on, they good.
Good 4 or 5
They
minutes.
need at
They
least
good.
10. They need
A
at
good.
least 10.
I promise you, good 4 or 5 minutes. They straight.
I gotta.
If
go
you
at
doing
least.
what you supposed, if you doing what you supposed to be doing, if you not just bunny, you know, like doing, you know what I'm saying, like if you not just, if you're not doing
4 or
what you
5
supposed to
minutes.
do.
That's about 150 pumps.
150
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Bro,
He said.
Oh no, that's not accurate. That's not accurate.
I don't know.
He said he was drilling. He said he was drilling.
I mean,
I don't always
Which
drill.
one
that's
is it?
60 seconds.
I don't always drill.
60.
That's about
I'm
150
60 seconds
pumps.
in a minute. I'm saying.
So you telling me that's not enough sex?
150 pumps in
what I'm
60
saying?
seconds?
No, I'm saying 60 seconds per minute, 4 or 5 minutes. You know
That's
what
about
I'm saying?
150.
It
I don't
depends
know how
on
many
what
pumps.
the motion of the ocean looking like. It depends on the day too. It might be a let's moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Like
And
when it's
then-
time
and
for
then the day
that,
I'm on.
when it's time for that, most times I can fulfill. But if it's really just, like I said, I'm not really like super sexually driven no more. So anytime I do have sex, like I just be like, bro, I'm really just trying to get this over with. I want to go to sleep,
God.
and I
And then
want to
some days
get it.
you on that
I want to
young
get
boy?
on YouTube.
See, that sex
like,
life is not
That's it?
what I'm trying
Some
to get
days you
to.
on that young boy.
Something definitely on the young boy, bow legs, all that. Like I'm on the young boy.
But that's not the sex life that I'm trying to. Bro, you say you trying to get it over with. So what's the point in doing
Did
it?
you hear him say bow legs?
I
I
heard. him.
mean, for me, I don't really like. I be prioritizing like other things more than the sex, though. You get me?
So like when you in it though, like you don't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got like a specific.
Let me
position?
not- let me-
like what? So what's
let me
the
keep
what's
it
the
a
45?
band.
Hold on. What's the 45 minute pump? Like you out of there? What, that's from the Bizac or on the bike?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Little mountaineer.
I don't
you know
know.
what I'm saying?
Maybe 4 or 5 minutes was a push.
Facts.
That's probably
Thank
boosting.
You sold.
That's probably boosting.
He said it's probably boosting.
I don't know.
Oh,
Like I don't.
less?
No, like more.
Oh,
No, like more than 4 or 5 minutes. But I don't know. Like I said, I prioritize different things like more than sex. But getting back to the question, I feel like
Facts.
people would be justified in leaving their relationship if they set this as a priority. Just like, you know, if somebody says, I want you to be faithful and respect me, that's like my number one priority. And if you don't do that, you're going to get left. So it should be the same rules that apply.
Yeah, I mean, for the question, I would say I don't think it's necessarily right because I mean, there's obviously, I know we're talking about sex, but there's more to somebody than just a sexual relationship. You know what I mean? Somebody a female can pour into you and do have, you know, X, Y things. And that's just, I mean, you know, you got the avenue of kids, you know, you got the avenue of careers, other things they bring to the table, you know, cooking, cleaning, all that other stuff that, you know, people can join in and you can appreciate. I feel like for men, sex is like high. I mean, it's not just because just men. It's just because that's just physics. I mean, that's just who we are. That's how we're built. That's what we like. You know what I'm saying? So, I wouldn't necessarily say it's right. And I think it depends on the relationship too. If you marry, okay, you ain't leaving your wife because she ain't giving you enough.
You ain't.
Some
I'm
people
not saying
do.
me. I
know, but I
say,
mean,
yeah,
to answer the question, they said, "Is it right to leave?" In my opinion, I don't think so. I think that there are other avenues you can go into. You got sex therapy, you got relationship, you got other things you can go into, and then shit. I mean, honestly, that's why a lot of people do these open relationship stuff because some women can understand. Like, yeah, I can't give you what you want, and I'm fine with you going to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? Because marriage is really a contract. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on what people are doing. That's not me though. Just want to say that. That's not me. But
clear that up.
Yeah, just to say that. But it really just depends. Honestly.
It really does just depend. I didn't get my answer. My bad. But I do. It really does. I am a depend person. Like I'm a person that looks at the situation for what it is. Because one thing doesn't, you know, fly with everything. It's not applicable to all. So I do agree with Chad. Like it depends on what you were given as far as like at the beginning. Like you set a standard. It's like I've heard like old heads say like don't start something that you're not gonna be able to keep up with. So
that's a fact.
Same thing applies to sex. So like don't set a standard and then it becomes a facade and then be mad when somebody dip out.
That's true.
But like Chad said, like if nobody said that the priority was sex, then hey, it's fair game. Like y'all can kind of finagle how that goes, especially if you're trying to be with somebody for life. I feel like that's something that you can work out, and there's gonna be pockets in time where stuff is gonna be more frequent, and you're gonna have like rough patches. Like, and I feel like, man, that's a whole nother podcast as far as like the ideals of marriage and like what people go into with their expectations of like spending their life with somebody and thinking that it's gonna be
my episode
one way. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So that's a whole nother episode, but for sure, that's my answer with that. I definitely agree with Chad on that.
Sure. So I guess the last thing we can probably tap into is, do y'all think sex is important to men? And if so, like, why do you think it is so important to men?
Come on now.
We just wired that way, bro.
Yes, man.
Like, because even if your sex drive go down, like, it's still important because there's factors to your sex drive going down. Like we talked about, are you in the gym? Are you taking care of yourself, like taking care of your body because your body responds to that type of stuff? And also, like, you can love somebody to death, but like y'all sexual chemistry just not on point at that point in time. So there might, like I said, with the pockets, there might just be a pocket where y'all just not clicking like that. So you might not prioritize sex. That might be your time to focus on you, like career wise, or whatever your hobbies are. Like you might be trying to turn your hobby into an LLC, like we trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to make that a multiple stream income type situation. So
facts.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing when sex falls to the wayside in pockets of time. It's just, what are you channeling it into? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's definitely more important to men, in my opinion. There are some outliers there because some women be on one. You feel me? Like they be on one. They be on one, and I've ran into a few where I was just like, all right, little baby, like we,
little baby.
Look, I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, oh my god, I remember this one, bro. I remember this one, bro. Like it was like, man, every time she would come over, it would be like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. We'd be already.
I thought you were about to say 3-4 minutes.
And she just started tugging on my shit, and I'm just like, bro,
it's annoying.
I gotta go to work. Like I gotta go to work. I don't care, like nah, bro. Like get off.
Turn that man around. Turn it around. Run the block. Run the blizzard.
And that was some good. It was some good sex too. It was just like, bro, like
It could be overwhelming.
Yeah.
What?
Don't nobody.
It can.
Overwhelm
It depends on where
me.
you at.
Overwhelm me.
bro. Like it's 3 or 4 in the morning. He got to go to work the next day.
Because that was the time.
I think that's why I said it depends on like. I think that's what I said. It depends on the situation. Because shit, I'm married. Like, overwhelm me. Like, well, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, look, 3 a.m. Like, I'm like, hello. Huh?
It depends.
Like she hold on. She move it over just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just grip your thigh a little bit. You like, hold on. You wake up out your seat like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all see, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all have a great sexual chemistry to where that's the case, and like whenever she ready, you ready, because that's how y'all are. It's just not always like that. It's just not always like, so it's not
true
applicable down the. But I feel you.
I would say this though.
I feel you.
That's your
Everybody say, yeah, facts. Preference. Shit. I would say preference. Yeah, facts. Preference, I would say find the person that meets your preference. And then you can avoid all that. Like, if you are a high sex drive, find somebody. Like, don't. I'm just saying, like, if I'm talking about in the beginning stage. Now, it's one thing if you in deep and then things just change, because I understand that people grow and people, change.
In my experience, though, and this could be something, I know y'all still got to answer the question, but I'm going to pose it anyway. This could be something, or this is something that I've experienced. Like, it's like the best sex that I done had, we probably didn't line up well in the other important areas, but you really fuck with this person, and you might have even thought you might have been in love, but like a lot of like life aspects y'all just don't line up in.
Facts.
So like
the sex to keep you all together.
I couldn't wipe you up. So like,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many factors.
No, it is so many factors. No, I agree, because I mean, it's not all about sex. I get that. It's not all about sex, because especially when you talking about building a family, you want more than your wife just to have sex with you.
I'll sacrifice with sex a little bit.
Yeah, to be able to give.
If my life is set up.
Facts.
I'm not going past good though. It can't be past good. It can't dip below good.
If she can't make you do what you gotta do in 5 minutes. What they do? Womp womp.
Yeah, I thought 5 minutes was a short session.
But I'm saying if she can't make you go in 5 minutes, then jigging them keys. Remember that shit? Womp womp. At least a couple times. I'm not saying every time. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
What you think?
Respectfully. So, I mean, this is gonna line up just how his preference kind of lined up with his response. My preference is going to line up with my response. So, like, for me, I'll say a majority of men do, like, prioritize having sex. Let me see what the question is again. Yeah, it's, like, super important to them. For certain people, though, that kind of becomes, like, like, it gets pushed to the back burner. Like, once you get to a certain place in life, like, especially, like, if you really want to be at a certain place in life with somebody, and you're not really there yet, it's kind of like, I mean, I can kind of pass on the sex right now, in order for us to work on, whatever I'm deeming as important at the time.
Yeah,
so
switch.
Sex is important, because I ain't gonna lie, there be times where I'll be like, I'll go a super long stretch without having sex.
What's the stretch?
Months. Real talk, though.
I mean, I feel
it be like, and even looking at it in hindsight, like when I say it out loud, it'd be kind of crazy, but like during that time, it's like I'd be so productive. Like
that's what I was saying.
Whether it be with my children or with work or
your beard
or my hobbies, things like that, shit like that. Like I'm more productive in those areas because I'm not relying on sex so much to fill just a void of time. That's all sex is. That's not all sex is, but
it's not.
Sex is kind of just like something to do sometimes. Like
I think that's where you at right now.
Yeah,
it's very
because if you was with somebody who like.
But this is also coming from somebody who done had mad sex. Like I'm kind of old.
Yeah,
like,
nigga.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So now, like earlier in my life, like I was prioritizing sex. Like, bro, I'm on demon time. I'm harder than the SAT in these streets. Like, I'm really about to just knock down everything I possibly can. And I done already did that shit. So now it's just like I'm trying to build. Like, it's certain goals that I haven't reached. Like at this tick mark in life that I felt like I should have. And now that's kind of what I'm like steering my focus for. But yeah, that was. I mean, I did that before. Like,
Okay.
so-
I feel that. I mean, yeah, because you was out.
and
here,
it makes
boy.
sense. But given my response earlier, you know.
Nah, it makes perfect sense. Period. I mean, yeah. You was out here, my boy.
All right. Cool. We gonna leave it there though. We gonna leave it there. Episode 2. You know what I'm saying? Another one in the books. We've been told by management it's time to cut it out. So we're gonna go ahead and oblige and do what we supposed to do.
Absolutely, and keep giving feedback, man. Keep giving
Please.
feedback. Whether it's time frame, whatever the case may be, we trying different things right now. So we're abiding by our management's advisement right now.
Yes.
So let us know, man. Like, should it be longer? Should it be shorter? Like, let us know.
And one thing, like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, and you still watching me right now, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, like, follow us on IG, Peak Masters Podcast. Follow us. We're on TikTok, Twitter, all that. You know what I'm saying? Follow us.
Editor, please put our handles on here. We appreciate you, my boy.
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Yes.
We out.
Yes, sir.